as I'm drinking.
What's happening, friends? Welcome. It's Tuesday night, late night, Cofield and Company. It's happy hour. This is the AA meeting with me, Allie Burns, and Lenny Wenson, and we are almost adulting. How's it going, Lenny Wenson?
It's going good. How you guys doing?
Rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. It was a busy freaking day today, man. Busy day on the Wood, on the Morning Wood show. So for people in the chat who don't know yet, I do my show, Morning Wood, and every Tuesday we start a Last Woody Standing competition. Well, last week I won that competition. Sorry, Detroit Lenny. I'm sorry. Let's not get too personal here.
Yeah.
So I won that competition, and for every name that goes up on the board, every pick that the viewers make, $1 goes in the pot. So we had 104. So today we started it over. I can't win the money. I work for Picks and Parlays. So that 104 rolled into a pot today. Now the pot's $223. It was a 2-hour show today, Lenny. 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. It was long. It was hard to hold the bladder that long. It was rough, and then to find out at the end with the whole drawing the names and the hat and whatever. But I love the concept of this Last Woody Standing thing. I suck at it. I'm cursed. I can't get out of the first day. I just can't. I can't. I just whatever. It's day 2 to whatever. I'm good. But if I could get a bye. That's all. Somehow I got to figure out how to get a buy.
There are no buys.
I want to buy. I talked my wife into joining the contest for the hell of it. She faded me, and she's on to day 2. So Good for her.
That's the worst part, too, is she moved into the next round fading the Tigers.
And she had the nerve to ask me, what do you think I should bet on tomorrow? And I don't give a shit. I'm like, I'm not telling you nothing. I'm like, no. So yeah, she's on her own.
A little Miss Big Britches. You want to step into my ring? All right, little Miss Big Britches.
Okay. I married Detroit Lenny, and I took the Indians today against the Tigers. You were lucky.
On international YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I might be sleeping on the couch, but whatever. Might be worth it too. Okay.
Well, I love Mandy. I'm glad she popped into the chat, and it's always great to get a new viewer too, for that matter.
Yeah.
AA meeting is in session. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So my pick of the day, I changed it. I was on the Marlins. I took the pick last night. I already bet on it. What's up, Rio Mason? Henny and Red Bull night. Oh, Henny Dan. Might be hanging out with Henny Dan. So yeah, I changed it. So you know me, my number one play that I make all baseball season is just fade Kluber. That's just what I do. I've done it for 2 seasons. That's what I do, right? So
it's personal for you.
It is personal for me because it cashes for me. Like I said, it's not like Kluber punched my mom in the face or anything. Like, it's nothing personal. It's not like he's Mike Trout or anything. Okay.
Whoa.
That's personal.
We're only a couple minutes into the show. Let's not get all riled up about Mike Trout.
That's a good call. I should just mellow now. But yeah, the whole chat, my whole 120 people that are in the chat are telling me I'm an idiot. Don't fade Kluber. He's doing great. Blah, 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 blah. I last minute wipe out the Marlins off as my last Woody Standing pick. I write down Blue Jays first 5. Fade Kluber. For life.
Yeah, I second guessed myself and stayed with my first gut feeling, which was wrong, and I should have faded myself. And I wanted to go with no runs first inning, and I went with first 5. And the Marlins are a terrible baseball team and should be ejected from Major League Baseball altogether.
Don't say that about them. You're just angry, especially being a Tigers fan. You can't say that about them.
Bitter party of one right here.
Right.
That's me. Yeah, no. I mean, whatever. The Phillies, they lost to the Phillies.
See, Rick Murr knows what I'm talking about. Betting against no-hitter pitcher in the next start, 5-1 in 2021. And this is why I didn't take Skubal or Turnbull yesterday. It's why I laid off of him. That's just what you do. Plus, I fade Kluber anyway. And I said last week, if there's ever a time that I'm going to fade Kluber, it's in this game right here, like the day after the no. I was like, oh, if there's ever a time to fade Kluber, we're going to do it right. I wrote a song about it. Like, here we go.
Like,
Fade Kluber, you know. Oh, yeah. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not. I love it. I want to buy the album. But yeah, same thing. The Turnbull. I fade every pitcher, but I have my trends. Like I fade the guys that cut first starts. You know, the first start in the major league. I'm the guy that's betting against the pressure, you know, or whatever. The guy after the no hitter, you know, stuff like that. After the big game, after they score 15 runs, bet the under. They won't be able. Yeah, you know, they won't be able to hit the side of a barn, you know, stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Everyone was on the Rays over today. I'm like, are you guys nuts? Like, because we catched that yesterday with banners and fireworks in the sky. So, like, why would we hit that again? Yeah.
My big bet cashed by one freaking point. I had the Lakers over 210. That was my big bet, and I think it ended up 211. Yeah, and I faded them, or not faded them. I parlayed them on a 6-point teaser. So I did. So it was the Suns +8, which was good. And over 204 or whatever, which was a little iffy with like a minute left. And I remember I told you the juice was worth the squeeze. It wasn't what I liked. It was like 130, 135. But I don't know. I think it was 132. Now I look at my paper, but it went. I'll take it.
That's a good one too, Rick Murr. How do you feel about betting on a team the first game after the coach gets fired?
Oh, bet them.
Yeah,
any sport, especially football, NFL football, those guys will come out swinging for that assistant coach, playing like they were redshirt freshmen trying to get on the field. Yeah, so
it's Brady saying Manoah getting shelled tomorrow. All I can think of would be Mania. I don't know who that is. Is that just me? But he just pitched. I'm mad at him. I remember. I told everyone to take the Angels, even though it was Bundy and the Angels cashed. So that shit happened.
Yeah.
Now I'm in like morning wood mode. I'm like, well, who's pitching tomorrow?
Who's pitching tomorrow? I know. I'm trying to stay off ESPN.
Oh, we got Nola for the Phillies tomorrow. Everyone's going to be on that. Anyway. I was
going to say Manoah is a rookie, first-round pick. So the Jays are bringing up really quick.
Oh, I know that. Yes.
So he's I think he's gigantic dude, like 6'8", 250. I know he had a highlight start against the Yankees in spring training and whiffed a bunch of their stars. So they're getting him up early. And I don't know, man. First time out, rookie. You know, do you get more than 3 innings out of him? We'll see.
And he's going against German.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I've never heard of the guy. I think I actually know who the guy is because when you mentioned his size, he's a big dude. And I think I know who you're talking about in preseason, but I don't know. I'll have to look at that.
I only know because I did a free pick video with Chip Chirimbus on this today. He was doing a 2-team parlay, and he took the Yankees and he took the Rays, which I'm not saying that I wouldn't take the Rays, but I don't know about the Yankees. I mean, it's not Kluber. Mm-hmm. It's not Kluber. But, yeah, no, I'm with I love to fade the Yankees. I just do. Severino was my guy. Severino was like my cash cow. Like, I can milk that guy for money, I'm telling you.
They used to be a great live bet team. Because their bullpen was money. And if they had a lead going into the 6th, 7th inning, you could live bet them, and it was staying that way, if not getting bigger. They were huge as far as that went, but that's why I like betting the Tigers. I bet the Tigers first 5. They will come out swinging. Their starting pitchers are young and they can make some noise, but their bullpen is trash. Horrible. Like, I might get a starting spot as a setup guy right now at 5'8", 320. I might be able to get my fat ass out there and throw a few and make the team. That's how bad their bullpen is. But
I mean, I would like to write you a letter of recommendation for sure.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm with it.
You
Well,
know,
and that's something I really look for when I'm handicapping baseball. And you've seen, because on the Morning Wood show, I break things down that way that, you know, here's a dog. If you break it all out, this dog hits early and not late. And the favorite hits late and not early. So ideally, we would like to take the dog, wait for them to get up, and then grab the favorite plus runs at plus money. We hedge ourselves. We make money on both if possible, but either way we don't lose money. So that's my ideal situation that I handicap for.
Right.
I look for that shit.
How'd you do on NHL today?
I didn't bet NHL today, actually.
Oh, I finally hit my I bet my futures, not futures, whatever. To bet the series. I had the Leafs in Carolina. So they finished off everything, or not finished it off, but I'm in the right track. I hit a parlay on them. I lost my overs on them, but whatever.
It happens. It happens.
Up, down, and all around on NHL. This first round is screwing me all up.
I've been cashing WNBA hardcore, and it's not because of me, as you know.
I hit on the dream today. The Par Ladies.
Me too. Yes, the Par Ladies. Get it, Par Ladies.
We've got these
chicks in our group. The guys in the chat know I've got 8 women, including me. We're all in a group chat. We decided on the name Par Ladies. I know I threw that to y'all a while back, but that's the name. And these chicks, Tony Cobbs won the last Woody Standing contest 2 times in a row, which means she beat out like 132 people and then 72 people. And then I won. So 3 girls in a row have won this. And these chicks are on fire with the WNBA. So it's basketball, man. There's only 12 teams. I like, why aren't more people betting on the NBA? Why am I not handicapping this? Like, I got to get on my game with the WNBA. There's a lot of value there, man. A lot of value.
Like, baseball consumes me right now. And to the point where, like, I'm almost happy that hockey and NBA are coming to an end, so I can really focus on just baseball. Right now, I got a lot going on. You know, I mean, I had like 12 baseball plays today. You know, and like plus the NHL, plus the NBA, and all that. And I'm like, man, I got too much shit going on. So the WNBA, I just follow whatever the Par Ladies say.
Yep,
and I'm doing good.
They do it, man. They handle it. So yesterday in the Par Ladies group chat, they were freaking riled, Lenny. I showed you some of their text about the Liz Cambage. Cambage, is that how we say her name?
I'm not 100% sure, but she's hot.
Smoking hot. And Kurt Miller, who's the coach of the Connecticut Storm, right? Or Connecticut Suns.
Yes.
Here it is right here that he basically he told a referee called a foul, and the coach of the opposing team was like, come on, she's 300 pounds. So I'm gonna need you to get it right, baby, which in itself is derogatory. Like, you're calling, I think it was a female ref, you're calling a female ref baby. A little bit ridiculous there. And Liz was like class act about it. She came on, made her rebuttal. She's like, look, I'm like 235. I'm 6'8", bro. Like, this chick is smoking hot. How is this guy, like, how did he get this far in the WNBA? How do you feel about this?
I'm confused how he's number one. Did he get fired? Like, how does he still have a job?
He's suspended and fined is what I've read.
Like, why even bother with that whole red tape stuff nowadays? Like, that was just dumb. How did he get to this point? I highly, highly doubt or find suspect that this is the first time that he has ever let anything slip or anything or whatever. And if he did, there's bonehead moves and then there's bonehead moves. And first of all, he's wrong. She's smoking hot. She is smoking hot. I mean, back in my day, my uncles used to sit around the, barbecue and talk about whenever they saw a tall woman, they go, ooh, she worked the climb. And I would like, ooh, I'll tell you what, that 6'8" girl is hot. It's like, yeah. You know what I mean?
So this is a really good point, though, Brady. I hadn't heard this part of it, that she referred to him as a little white boy and brought race into it again. And then also Brady says that he was arguing for a foul. He wasn't insulting her in the least. So is that it? Or are we just maybe jumping on top of this too quickly that like he's just kind of saying in passing like, dude, she's like 300 pounds. And then it got taken out of context. Is that what the actual issue is? Something went down in today's game. I need to speak on it because there's one thing about me is that I will never let a man disrespect me ever, 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 especially a little white one. Next part. There's a comma. No, that was a period. So how do we feel about it now?
I mean, he's still wrong for even going there. I mean, your mama had to do better. I mean, when your wife asks you if she's pretty, your answer is no, you're gorgeous. You're more than that. You don't, do I look fat? No, never. You never say that. So, I mean, his mom had to raise him better than that. She is wrong she could have just called him a little man and got her point across. He didn't have to be a little white man or a little white boy. He could have just been a little boy. Right. But today's society is soft. Everybody wants to cancel everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good point because like the way the information was being divulged to me was like through 8 angry women in text who are big in WNBA, and they're like, can you believe this? Oh my God. And I was like screenshotting and
they were going to kill him.
Oh my God. They're serious right now. So my perspective of the story was like, this is screwed up. But I mean, Brady makes a good point that, he was I could see, I've been to enough basketball games where you see him like, dude, he's, freaking 300 pounds. Like I could see that just coming out. He's not like body shaming her. He's just saying that's a big bitch. I need a foul.
Right.
Like this is what we're doing right here. So I
get it. Might have been better off just saying that. Like, dude, that's a big bitch. Can we get a break? And she might have said, yeah, I'm a big bitch. Can I get a big break? Or something like that. Might have been better off going that route. I agree with what Martin said. It's a heated response to a disrespectful remark. Yeah. And, 2 wrongs don't make a right. There's 3 sides to every story, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Somewhere his mom is like going, what the hell? And unfortunately she brought race into it, which she didn't need to.
Yeah, that's lame. We're done with that. He said it to a ref fighting for a foul. It wasn't during a press conference. It wasn't anything. Yeah. Well, it's a good point, Brady. I'm glad we had this talk. Like I have a different perspective on it now. I don't have to like live my life hating Curt Miller necessarily. Did he issue any kind of apology would be my question, because I feel like if it really is nothing, then he shouldn't apologize for it. So did he apologize would maybe be my question.
The worst thing he could have ever did. I hope to God he didn't come out and say he learned from his mistakes and found Jesus and he's sorry and it'll never happen again. Because if he breaks out with some Tim Tebow written apology, then no. I'm a hater for life then. Because I hate people that do that. Just admit to your mistakes. Hey, I messed up. It was a heated, whatever exchange between me and the ref. I came at it the wrong way. I approached it wrong. I'm an idiot. Let's move on. Apologize to her, whatever, and whatever.
Yeah, because you can just say, dude, I didn't mean it like that. Sorry, that came out and I was asking for a foul. Sorry, same thing if you're like, are you blind?
Fighting for my player.
Blind, so it happens.
Oh, here's the response. Coach Curt Miller remorseful over inappropriate comments towards aces. Liz Cambridge? I don't know how we say her name.
I know. I keep going back and forth. I was like, is it Cambridge? Cambridge. I feel like it's Cambridge. She's Australian. I don't know why that matters, but I feel like Cambridge and Cambridge are close, and Cambridge is English, which sounds like Australian.
She's Australian?
That's how my brain put all that together. I believe so.
Well, that makes her hotter.
Yeah, totally, huh? 100%. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, whatever,
But isn't it a double standard for women athletes to be treated differently than their male counterparts? I see it, Mark. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I mean, what's good for one, it should be all the way around. I mean, I would have more respect for him. He said, look, I'm fighting for my player. He's talking to the ref. Nobody should give a shit what I say to the ref. I'm the coach. Like, I'm fighting for my player.
Right.
It was mistaken. It was poor judgment. We're moving on. You know,
And that's kind of like, that's a fine line that you face if you're a male coach. I mean, there's not female coaches in the NBA. You know, it's if you're a male coach in a women world, in a women's sport, in the middle of like a Me Too, well, at the tail end of a Me Too movement, and you know, like there is a certain amount of sensitivity or gentleman, chivalry would be the name.
Chivalry.
Chivalry.
Yes.
That's in there.
One name that comes to mind when you say that, and I've said this with my friends forever, is Bill Laimbeer. Piston legend, blah, blah, blah. Great WNBA coach out here. You know what I mean? I mean, he's a great guy, whatever. But I've met him at the Palace of Auburn Hills in a bar. You know, I met him in some shady bars after games where I was like, I know that guy. And I'm trying to wrap my brain around. I know he's a great guy and all that, but like I know how he played, and I've sat where you could hear him in a game, and I'm trying to convince myself how he communicates to the women on the team without coming off like the male chauvinist pig type. You know, he comes off like that.
Why are men coaching women's basketball? I mean, besides the obvious reason, which I don't even think is really an obvious reason, but like, why can't we keep it like women do women's sports and men do men's sports? Or, I mean, is that a good
women
idea or
are
a
women.
bad idea? I'm throwing it out there. I don't have an opinion.
Right.
I'm just talking out loud here, Lenny. All right. Just talking out loud.
I mean, women are coaching the NFL now. More and more women you see in the NFL, refs on the sideline. You know, stuff like that. I mean, I don't see why women can't coach in any major sports the same way as men do. I just, you know, I think it's something we're bred into. Like, I mean, it's no different. It's a stereotype. It's no different than, you know, women in the kitchen and the men go to work and bring home the breadwinner type situation. It's no different than that.
Right.
There's still men and women.
Yeah, men and women. Don't compare men to women and don't throw the weight of women. But I honestly, like, thinking about it and reading the comments, I don't feel like he was throwing her weight in her face. Like he was saying, I'm sure that he respects her as a really solid athlete. I don't think he looks at her and is like, oh, you're overweight. Or, you know, I really feel my vibe of this is that it was like in the heat. I mean, I've said stuff like that before too, you know, like I've called my kid a fucktard on accident. You know, like sometimes you're like, "Guy, you fucktard."
Today.
Like, so yeah, like earlier this afternoon. So, you know, like sometimes things just come out of your mouth, and I don't feel like his intent was to like fat shame her. You know, I think he was arguing the foul. So I agree with that. Thank you, Grady. You cleared me up on this a little bit here.
Rick Murr brings up a good comment though. If he called a male ref, if he called a male ref baby, there's some other questions going on. Like, how does that? And I don't like. I'm not talking homophobic or anything like that. I'm talking more. How does that man to man react? How does that man ref turn around to him and say, you know, bro, you call me baby again, and I'm gonna knock your grown ass out, you know, or something like that. So I don't know.
Well, but even then, I could argue that it'd be like, come on, baby. Like, you could say that to a male ref also. Now, as a female umpire, if you call me baby, we're gonna have a problem, you know. But I could also see you calling another male baby, that it wasn't being derogatory towards me, but like if you call me baby, now we got a problem. So that's definitely saying the baby word. And you kind of gone too far there. It's
all situational too. It's all situational. You know, I mean, what was the situation in the game? Was there 3 seconds left? Was it a 1-point game? Was it a foul situation? Were they up by 20 and it was some bullshit foul? You know what I mean? Who loves you, baby, Martin? Who loves you?
Furniture store, that's who.
That's who.
We all know that. Uh-oh. Is it our girl? Is it our girl?
I feel like the principal walked into the classroom and we might be in trouble.
Never be seeing me again while you keep women. Okay, so Liz says, hey, News 3LV, you will never be seeing me again while you keep women at Amber News 3LV employed. You think it's funny commentary to try and tear women of color down. Well, again, we don't need to make it a women of color situation, because if you were a white chick in your same body, we should be, it's the same situation. But yeah, okay, I'm with it. I feel like she's milking this now, and maybe not in a great way. Like, I don't feel great about this anymore.
She's still hot.
Super hot, totes. 100%. So, chat, we all agree, right? She's still hot.
just to be clear, I don't know what. Like, I mean, I'm more like, what really was the game situation? Was he in a heated dispute with this ref back and you know what I mean, or something like that, or was it unnecessary completely? Not that it ever could be necessary, but was it just a heated exchange? Where he just got fed up. There's 5-10 seconds left in the game or something, or you beat a dumbass. He's eating or he
like, I'm not that into the way that I'm like gonna watch it, so don't get me wrong, but I did see the replay on it, and it was something where she came down, and it was like one of those moments where, like, whatever had happened, and she's like, she blocked the shot, I'm sure, and she's like, yeah. So she was real pumped up about whatever it was that she did, and the coach thought she wasn't allowed to do that, basically. So I mean, it was a moment. There was a moment there.
Oh, Las Vegas Aces, Elizabeth Cambridge wants reporter.
That's ridiculous. I'll stand up for Amber Dixon right now. That chick's great. Cofield turned me on to her, and now I do. Well, you're like, Cofield had told me, like, you don't know Amber Dixon? Well, you should. And so now I make sure that I know who Amber Dixon is, and I like her a lot. So, Amber Dixon, I got your back, man. Don't worry. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought you went away. Thought you were here. My freaking camera is, sorry, I switched rooms. That was like a really big thing that happened to me in the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've been adulting my face off. And okay, so this kind of ties into betting on sports too. And the chat, you guys are way smarter and grown up than I am. I can't speak for Lenny, but I mean, like, I'd guess than we are. So
it's fair.
So I made a drunk live in play bet on Bitcoin. I was checking my PayPal, and then, like, in PayPal, it's like, did you know that you can buy stocks? And I'm like, I did not know I could buy stocks. And you got to remember, I've just paid off my car. My credit score went up again. It was a 616. Now I'm at a 642. I'm looking at secured credit cards, whatever the
moving on up.
Everyone says I need a secured credit card. Don't know what that is, but I'm going to get one.
Okay.
So then I'm checking my PayPal. And wouldn't you know it, I put $20 down on Bitcoin and 3 other things that are stocky. It was like live drunk in play betting. That's what I did. Do you do this? I feel like you've been betting on Bitcoin for a long time. Is it the same?
Everybody always asks me in the morning wood chat, like, oh, best bet. And I just keep saying Bitcoin. And I do that. Like, I try to put away like a certain amount every week towards my crypto bankroll, as I call it, my cryptocurrency bankroll. And I just try and do some stuff like that. And even if it's $20 here, $100 here, if I hit something big on a stupid lottery parlay pick or whatever, I might throw a couple hundred more. And I just kind of keep putting it in there. I've gotten away from Bitcoin, more on Safe Moon. You can't buy that.
Do I need to cash out?
No. Bitcoin, it's a long game. I tried to tell my sister, it's a long game. You're not, if you're looking to throw a couple, $100, $500,000 on Bitcoin and then cash out in a week and become a millionaire, that's not Bitcoin. That's past. You should have did that 3 years ago.
So my thing with the secured credit card is that, so I'm not a credit person. I was a poker player and a freaking gambler. Like, I don't credit things ever.
Brady just summed up everything. Everything right there. My whole life.
Here's what my plan was. I have a whole list. It's called Operation Alley Adulting. And it's like, my thing is to get a $500 secure credit card from Bank of America and then auto pay one bill, like my Progressive insurance is $123 bucks. I
Right.
auto pay that one bill to that credit card. I stash the credit card, and just every month I pay that bill off the credit card instead of directly towards Progressive. And that's supposed to help my credit score. Is this true?
Yeah.
Tell me, chat. Let me know. Is this what I should be doing?
Yeah. I did
Or
that
just
for my them too. I am not in the NFT market, Mark, but
It's an
I want to
NFT
be.
market. I thought that was going to be something about football, national football team.
No, it's a digital. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a digital, one of a kind, like digital picture, kind of like. It's some bullshit, I think. So I'm a little iffy on it. But those guys that got into Bitcoin like 5 years ago, put a couple $100 in, those guys did okay. I mean, when it's worth 30, 40, 50 grand a coin, and they were buying a couple, they're doing okay now. I like Ethereum.
I have that one. Wait, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at the ones I have. I have 4. They're like Pokemon. I had to get them all. How do I know which one's good? I just got to buy all 4. See what happens.
I basically follow some guys that like online that are definitely smarter than me. That's the whole way I go through life, basically.
Yep.
Is like whether my bets or crypto, whatever, I'm just trying to find the smartest guy in the room and follow him around. You know what I mean? I mean, that's it. I'm trying to, figure out what those guys are doing and be there. I mean, so if those guys I got Dogecoin, I'm in the Dogecoin. I want to say Dogecoin all the time, but it's Doge, Doge. Yeah, it's like missing the D. It's like you missed the wrench when the dodgeball guy threw it at you.
It's the. If you could dodge a wrench,
I was waiting for it.
All right,
I waited. You could dodge a wrench.
Okay, so I have Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. That's what I have. Did I do good?
I like Ethereum. I don't really know anything about Litecoin. I don't know enough about
I'll tell you if I did good because it tells me if I'm up or down. It's like,
oh yeah, don't look at that every day.
Yeah.
That'll drive you nuts. You're like, oh my God, I lost 57 cents today.
Oh, I'm down $4. I've got 76. And I went 20, 40, 60, 80. So things are happening over here.
Yeah. I got into this conversation with my sister. I kept telling her about Bitcoin like forever ago. And I'm like, just buy $20 every time you get paid. Just so something, you build up something, right? And, then she started following that on her app because she was buying it through Cash App or whatever. And then, every time it went down, she panicked and wanted to sell it. And then I made her sell it because she drove me nuts.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about NFT though. I don't know enough about that, but I think of it just like gambling, crypto. I mean, if you're going to research and you're going to handicap a game and a pitcher and trends and all this, you do that same research on a stock or, cryptocurrency or whatever. I mean, you do your research, you're betting on that. The cryptos it's a long game, stocks and stuff like that. I'm not putting my 401k on Bitcoin.
Truth from Duluth. That's smart. You should buy high and sell low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's how you do it, right?
Yeah.
That's totally how you do it.
Truth from Duluth. Are you in finance?
Fair enough.
Are you an estate planner?
Oh, it's so hot in my house right now. I'm like dying.
It's like humid out in the city right now. And I'm from humidity and I don't like it. Big guys don't do well with humidity. Subprime finance.
I don't even know what prime finance means.
That's only funny, Brady, because I did it. Okay. That's his mortgages. It's
I was thinking like saving up to get a prime rib. You subprime finance. That's what you're doing.
I could see it, but it's more of financing for shit credit.
Fair enough.
Subprime kind of thing. But there's that. Yeah. Crypto. I like crypto. Crypto's good times.
That's why the AA meeting in our show stands for almost adulting. Like I'm almost getting there.
Like I got a plan, but I'm not going to follow it.
No.
No.
And I'm also not going to know what half of the words in that plan mean. So there's that.
I wrote it out drunk. I will execute it drunk.
He does have a finance degree. That's right. You are from Indiana University. I remember that. If you're saying saving up to finance a prime rib, you should probably get another better job. Touche.
That's fair. But a prime rib and a good prime rib in Vegas, Brady, you might have to finance. I'm just saying. There's some places on the strip that are good, but you got to finance.
Yeah, you got to go downtown. $8.99 prime rib dinner. What is it? Binions or something. The Nugget. There it is. The Nugget. Yeah.
Yeah.
That deal's been there since like 1952 or some shit. Like you've always been able to do that.
Yes. The prime saving up for the prime rib. I'm not even a big fan of prime rib. Is that weird? Like I'm a meat and potatoes guy, and I like a good
Isn't
steak.
prime rib what's in the Wellington? Isn't it? That's prime rib in the Wellington.
I never had a beef Wellington.
Dear God, it's the best thing that ever happened to anyone ever. They already heard me go through all this. So did you on Morning Wood, but they heard me go through this at Gordon Ramsay's pub in Caesars. I had the beef Wellington, and it was.
I ate at Hell's Kitchen.
It's not a fillet in there, is it really? It tastes more like a fillet, but
is
either of you? Do either of you? Oh, I saw Alex Crawford's clip about it. Hold on. Is it a fillet? I remember hearing it was prime, but I didn't know. I had no idea. It was just
choked. You had to say.
Yeah, Alex. You met Alex. You know Alex.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, oh, the Clippers. Yeah. It is. So. Quick story, went to Hell's Kitchen for my birthday, I think 2 years ago. My cousin came in from Michigan with his wife. Me and Mandy went, the reservations and the whole thing. And somebody got beef Wellington. And I remember it looked amazing. And they said it was great. I forget what the hell I got, to be honest with you. But it was great. Being like top-notch food. It was a really great place. But I don't know enough about my beef Wellington.
It's beef tenderloin is what it's saying. Is that a fillet? That I could be the asshole here. I did years of cooking.
Tenderloin or fillet.
Or fillet. Oh, usually a fillet steak, beef tenderloin, or filet mignon. Okay. I feel like
Steve's made one of these. Steve, have you made a beef Wellington?
Steve's a huge food guy. Like
I mean, the camera does not add 10 pounds; it adds 20. Okay.
I have not, but we talked when you were talking about it last time, Allie. I looked it up. So yeah. And I honestly don't know what a fillet steak is, but I hear it all the time on Below Deck. So I think it's a real steak. I thought they were.
It's how British people say fillet.
Yeah, is it? Okay. Because they'll say fillet and a beef tenderloin. So whatever.
My husband came on my show.
It's not prime rib. We know that.
No. Okay. Fair enough. I'm not a meat. Like I was a cook and a kitchen manager, but I'm not a big red meat person, and I usually worked at like vegetarian places or Italian places where, red meat is not the course of, or Mediterranean. Did I say that? Mediterranean? Anyway. So I'm just not a huge red meat person, but I got to tell you, it's to this, look how excited I am about it right now. It's the best thing that I have ever put in my face hole. It's delicious. Yeah.
I'm a big.
And if you're going to Gordon Ramsay, you got to have the Wellington. That's what he's always freaking yelling about.
That's what they said. I think Mandy had that, and my cousin's wife had that. I don't know. Me and my cousin got hammered, and I don't even know. I mean, it was a waste of time for us to get food. You're shit faced by the time the appetizer came in, but whatever.
Oh, that's no good. That's no good. It was $100 for the steak, or for the salad, the steak, or maybe it was $75. I want to say it was $75 for the salad, the steak, and the dessert. I'll go get that by myself. It was so good. He needs to put me on the payroll to promote this. Same as like the pea funnel people. I need on your payroll. Bud Light, I need on your payroll. Friggin' Arteza markers, I need on your payroll. As soon as
they need to get on their game. So I mean, I don't know what they're waiting on. Obviously, Bud Light. Look at you right now. I mean, that's a commercial waiting to happen.
Yeah. This guy. How do you feel about Guy Fieri before we start this?
Okay, so I like his backyard barbecue show. Brendan, my 8-year-old, is infatuated with Guy's Grocery Games. He loves it. But Mandy's more of a Bobby Flay guy. She likes his stupid dad jokes. But I like Guy Fieri. I like his. I don't know. He's okay. He can be annoying sometimes. I got to be in the mood.
See, I am not like I have this trend that you could follow if you wanted on this show where everyone in this chat likes, I hate. And it's not on purpose. I'll just be like, fuck Lon Kruger. And they're like, we love Lon Kruger. And I'll be like, screw Guy Fieri. They're like, but we love Guy Fieri. Like, I'm just the asshole. But you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of that Lon Kruger back right now because I was watching the whole thing about the golf tournament that he runs and even, like all that stuff. And also I want to support Kevin Kruger. So I'm going to take, see, Allie Hates America. I'm going to take a little bit of that Lon Kruger back because maybe I just had a bad read on, he's creepy, man. I don't know. I didn't like being in his presence. I got bad vibes, but I can't stand Guy Fieri. He bugs the crap out of me. And I know I should like him because he supports a lot of small local Vegas businesses and all over the country, but I can't stand him. Go ahead, Lenny, go.
I want to so to be clear, I want to get hammered, tequila drunk hammered with him and Cabo. I want to do that.
We're getting drunk
and
with Cabo.
And go with Sammy Hagar. I want to do that. But I don't necessarily think I want to be friends with him. Like I want to get hammered with him for a holiday weekend. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not overly impressed with whatever. I like his Guys Grocery Games. Kids like it. It's a good family show. Whatever. Some of the judges on there are pretty funny. Carl Ruiz. I was a huge fan. You would have loved Ruizing. #Ruizing. He passed away about a year and a half ago suddenly, but he was great. He used to just go around on like Twitter or Instagram or whatever. And like he would, he'd go around the local hole in the wall bars and get hammered, sit in the corner of the bar and get on his phone, drinking PBR and doing shots of Crown Royal and watching karaoke. And he'd go get drunk with everybody and he'd be, FaceTiming or whatever and just lives. He was just hammered. I wanted to get drunk with him too. But that's kind of he turned me on to that. So like I want to get drunk with Guy Fieri, but I'm not a fan.
See, I'm like Guy is like that, like that sorority girl who's like already like annoying and you don't want to talk to her, and then you get her drunk and that like escalates. That's Guy. Like I would never drink with Guy. I don't even want to drink a Slurpee with Guy. I don't want to stand behind Guy in line at the supermarket. Nonetheless, like watch his show with him. He's like trying to buy cool. Do you know what I mean by buying cool? Like some people are cool and some people are trying to buy cool. I just feel like Guy is trying to buy cool. You're not freaking cool with your frosted fucking tips. What are you, Sugar Ray? What are you, Sugar Ray and shit? Grow up. Oh.
It is big, chunky metal. He never got out of 2000.
Who does that?
He never got out of that. But I mean, and it's like, so you think he's like that douchey guy that's drunk at the end with that guy. Like you're hanging out with a group of people and he's douchey drunk guy.
Yeah.
See, I think he's I'll probably get in trouble for this, but I think he's
douchey drunk guy.
I think he's scumbag.
Like snitch us out later guy. Like he's gonna snitch us out later. Like
I think he's undercover scumbag.
Exactly. He's like, look, I'm cool. I have frosted tips and clunky metal jewelry.
Right.
I'll hang
and I don't know how to say
tips to my I've got a goatee. Did you see it?
Yeah. I don't know what look, I've had a goatee for 30 freaking years. What's with this? Where he's got this thing like wings going out. Like what dude, what the fuck? Shave this, bro. So razor, just go straight down. Look, I don't know what the shit this is. And then you frost these out. They look like wings. And this isn't like Touched by an Angel or some shit. Shave your stuff right. The hate is strong.
Yeah, it is. This guy bugs me. But Truth from Duluth, I agree. I think Alton Brown is one of just the most eloquent speakers when it comes to food. He's incredibly knowledgeable. He's very entertaining. I love me some Alton Brown.
I like the other guy that has the glasses on.
God. Look, I'm wearing Arnett's. Remember when Arnett's were cool? Or are they called Arnett? That's him.
Yeah. And do you think that soul patch right here of blonde looks natural, bro? Somebody, did your wife tell you you look good today? Those are spikes. My 8-year-old does his hair the same way without the frosted tips. So
exactly. All right. If it works for him, then it works for him, because in middle America, people who have never seen frosted tips before think that's rad. But you know what? I'm in Vegas. You're not cool. Suck it, guy. That's how I feel about it.
What do I know?
Snitch me out for smoking pot in the bathroom. I know you would.
100%.
Yep.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to hang out at the strip club, but you hang out with him at the strip club, but when it closes, you don't take him to the after party.
Hell no.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
he's like the guy that sends you a dick pic in his kitchen with his socks on. You probably don't have that, but he's that guy. He's that guy.
He's that guy. No, the Alton Brown, I love him. Now, speaking of guy, he hosts this like tournament of champions where I think Alton Brown and some other guy, real dorky looking with these big thick glasses, younger guy, Justin somebody or another. I can't think of his name, but I like him. He's very like, he brings that science element into it, kind of like, and he's very well spoken, and like I'd eat anything he ate. I don't want to know what it is. I don't know I don't care how it was prepared. I just want him to give me the plate, tell me he made it, and eat it. Justin Warner. That's his name. Brady. Yeah. Nice, Justin Brady. Warner. I like him. Angry Ann. Oh my God, that chick. Somebody cut her. She's like the female version of Guy.
Yep, exactly.
Like with that hair. What the yep. Like exactly. There's like, it's like
I like
Baby
her
Shark.
more than I like him though. Like I like her more than I like him, but I'm not going to say I dislike her. Actually, I don't not like her. I just don't watch her. But I don't.
I heard she's really big into hockey. I think she's an Islanders fan.
She looks like she could play hockey for that matter. Oh, was that my Kurt Smith Connecticut Suns moment there? I got really into like Wiley Dufresne and Richard Blaze, like the molecular gastronomist.
Yes.
Jose Andres. Have you seen like the tequila shot where it's like the skin of lime? Like if you cut a lime in half and you use the stuff inside the lime, that thin, there's a name for it, skin in there. And he uses that to like infuse tequila inside of that and salts it. And then you like this little thing, like a hit of acid on your tongue. And that's like the tequila shot. And it all just happens. And that blows my mind. I love that. I love that.
Seems like a lot of work to get hammered.
Fair enough, but like molecular gastronomy as a whole.
I love the science behind it.
Cool. Yeah, I think
it's cool, but again, I'm a hole in the wall kind of guy. I just want a PBR and a shot of cheap whiskey.
Well, maybe alcohol was the wrong one to use there, you know.
But again, just Justin Warner, Alton Brown, Guy Fieri, I'd eat anything they made. I don't want to know what it is or where it came from or how they made it, but I'd eat it.
Well, you've been to the Office Bar. That's where we actually met during the Picks and Parlays meet and greet. The Office Bar is connected to Naked City Pizza. You had Naked City's pizza. It's bomb shit. It's my favorite pizza in town. But who put them on the map is Guy with Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. When they were at the Moondoggies location on Decatur, he signed the wall. It was a whole thing. Their suicide fries. Their what was the name of the pizza? That's their best one too. The guinea, I think it is. The mozzarella, the freaking regatta. So good. The guinea pie. So he put them on the map. So like if there was one nice thing that I could say about Guy, it's that. Like that my friend Chris Palmieri would not have the business, probably maybe not have the business he has today if it wasn't for that guy. Pun intended.
Yeah, I love the fact that what he does with small businesses, not just here in Las Vegas, but across the country. I mean, you know, during this whole pandemic stuff and the fundraising he's done and all that, great guy. No pun intended, whatever. But like, I think he's still, he's that shady friend that at the end of the night, you're like, yeah, man, just don't tell him where we're going after the bar. Like, don't tell him where we're going for the after party. Don't tell that. Don't tell Guy. Don't tell Guy. You know, he's just want to get you hammered and frost the tips of your hair. Don't tell Guy. You know,
He'll
You
spill
know?
on the jewelry, man.
Yeah. My friends, when I got hammered in high school, they'd take the air mattress or wherever we were and put you out by the lake or put you in the lake. And you'd wake up in the middle of the lake or with one eyebrow, butt ass naked on on an inner tube, sitting on the lake, or whatever. But, his friends, they frosted their tips when they got hammered.
Yeah, that's what we do when we hang out. We frost our tips. Why don't you just smoke weed like adults, okay? Yeah, I have a picture from the days of camping in Portland where this guy, he's got a unitard on. I mean, he's asking for it, and he passes out in daytime in a lawn chair, and dude is just duct taped to this chair. Just duct tape. Good luck, bro. And then I took bingo daubers. And I have a picture of this and daubed his ass. Like he got daubed. I wrote alibi on him. That was like my little nickname at the time. It was gnarly. Like you can't be that guy or you're going to get Guy.
Martin hit it right on the head. There's a lot of frat boy left in Guy. Like he's the frat boy that never left. I forget that movie with Seth Rogen where the frat, what's his name, kept coming back. And he was a sorority or something, whatever, and they had rages or whatever. Seth Rogen. But he reminds me of that he never, he never left the frat. He never left the house. He's just still barbecuing, and he managed to parlay that into hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hey, he's richer than me. He's doing something I'm not doing. He wins. I lose. I'm not mad at you, Guy, except that I'm totally mad at you.
He's such an asshole. He's such an asshole.
I don't even want to say he's an a-hole because he's a nice guy. But
no, he's just he did it before everybody else. I mean, him and Bobby Flay. I remember Bobby Flay watching his YouTube stuff and old Food Network, and he was just grilling in the back of his condo thing or Bobby, I'm not surprised by him being a bad tipper. He seems douchey. He's undercover scumbag though too. That like he's the guy that wants to go to the scumbag after hours party, like no lights on in the club kind of party. That's what I think of Bobby Flay. Yeah.
So my mom, I told you she owned a production company. They did the America's Next Food Network star, like whatever that was. If the Bobby Flay was on, I'm looking for this picture, my friend. And she said Bobby Flay would like roll into shoot, just like coming off the tables all night, pasty white, like tall, skinny, like he was not. Hammered. Like he was not the very best person that you wanted to be around. She's not a Bobby Flay fan just because she did meet him. It kind of made me like him more, actually.
Yeah, no, I like if I went to hang out with Bobby Flay, I wouldn't go out till about midnight to hang out with him. Like that's where we'd start hanging out. Where if I went out with Guy, I'm out to dinner by 6 or 7, and I'm out by midnight to go really hang out with. Now I got a buzz. Now I want to go hang out at Bobby Flay's party. Fair. That shit might get weird.
I could see him being a bad tipper. I can definitely see that.
I could see Bobby Flay saying, "Don't you know who I am, Guy?" Yeah, like I could totally that guy.
My favorite famous person that I've ever waited tables on was Dee Snider. He was the coolest fucking guy, and his wife is badass too. And they were great tippers, and they were so polite. Like for being as hardcore as they are, they were incredibly polite. That's his name, right? With the long blonde hair, Dee Snider.
Yeah,
right?
From we're not gonna
Twisted Sister.
Yes, Twisted Sister.
I mean, for like how rock and roll they are, they were and they would come in to eat downtown. Like Eat was the name of the restaurant downtown on 7th and Carson. I worked there 3 years, and they would come in often, like maybe once a month, sometimes twice. Whenever they were in town for their business, and They were so nice, not over the top tippers at all, but tip you what
No.
you're worth, and then maybe like $5 on top. Never ran your eye
down to earth people.
I'm not like buying Twisted Sister's album or anything, but you know what? I would to support him. He was fantastic, and I love it. And his wife is great too. Fantastic.
Did you ever watch? They had a reality show. I think there was like 1 or 2 seasons with him, and they were like the Osbournes or something like that. And it was good. Yeah, they were Long Island, and he was. It was funny to see him go do this stuff for shows, and he's total, rock out, that long blonde curly over the top hair metal, whatever. And then he'd go home and yell at his kid because he didn't, get into an argument with him because he didn't take out the trash, and it was funny to watch it was like the East Coast Osbournes. It was like the Long Island version of the Osbournes, and Ozzy yelling Sharon, and stuff like that. But
yeah, I don't remember the show. I never watched the show, but because like I said, I'm not a metal chick. I've never been a metal chick ever, so right. It is what it is. But once I've met him personally, and I was his waitress growing up Twisted.
Twisted.
There you go. But you can always rely on Brady for this. He is our stat checker. If you haven't noticed, Brady is the show's stat checker.
Yeah, we don't fact check, but we Brady check. So you guys in the chat better be.
We should call it Bradypedia. It's like Bradypedia.
Bradypedia. I call Amazon. I can't even say it right. Amazon, because my wife's name is Amanda, and she gets a package every day like clockwork. I call it Amandazon. So. Yeah, it's always a buddy of mine was like, "Oh, Amandazon's at your front door again," and I'm like, "Son of a," and it worked. And so now the kids are like, "Oh, Amandazon package." We don't even ask who it's for, like if that's for me or somebody else in the house. No, it's always for my wife. So.
Right. Oh my gosh. God, I need to get on point with her and her damn sippy cups. And I talked all kinds of sippy cup shit last week. But you know what's happening? I've been going in and out of these stomach aches. And I freaking wake up in the middle of the night. I've been drinking out of red Solo cups, and my cat buddy is drinking out of my cup on my coffee table. And I'm like, this is why my stomach is hurt for 2 freaking days. My cat's drinking out of my water when I'm asleep. So now I get him his own cup. I write Buddy on it. I put it out. I get it out. And now I have to, my water cup has to have a lid on it. I'm sippy cupped. I don't like it.
1 step away from Oreos in the shower.
Oh, I sent you a picture. My best girlfriend came over again 2 days ago. What's her ass bring? The biggest family size. Bitch brings family size Cheez-Its this time.
My wife was so excited. She got these other Cheez-Its. You have to text Allie, tell her about these new Cheez-Its. These are awesome. I'm like, nobody gives a shit about your Cheez-Its. And she said, yeah, there she is right there. That's my wife. So
yeah, there she is, Mandy.
Brady fact check. Brady, did you call my wife and tell her to come online and talk shit about sippy cups?
Brady, I wrote his name on the cup, so I know that it's his cup. They're fucking Solo cups. They all look the same. I'm not gonna write my name on the cup.
Write his name on the board on the cup. Yeah, Amandazon.
Usually I'm not gonna yell at Brady, but really, come on. Refer to it as an Amazon as an insult. Oh gosh, here we go.
I mean, whatever. If that's what, probably. I don't know. Trust me, I'm gonna get in trouble regardless. So I don't need no help
right now, Brady.
I don't need no help from the chat getting in trouble. By the way, I do fine all by myself. I don't need no help with nobody. But I appreciate my wife watching from the bedroom on YouTube. So I'll be there later, baby.
That's
give her the wink. I'll be there later, baby.
I wrote his name on the cup because I don't want to drink out of his cup. That's what you guys are really, chat. Really?
You thought the cat was gonna read the cup and go, "Oh shit, that's not mine."
No, that's what I mean. I now have a sippy cup going on, and I don't like it. But I don't want my kid to drink. I want to know what cup is his cup. But now I'm an asshole because he really likes this cup, so I keep filling it up. I'll fill it up at the refrigerator thing, and I put it back on the coffee table. It's. Don't get me going, Amanda.
Listen, I'm looking at about 30 sippy cups right now, at the bottom of our microwave stand. and there's at least 30 of them with a tub in the garage with probably another 20. And they some say her name on them, some don't. Some I don't know. She's just a big up girl for sure.
What are snapped Cheez-Its, Mandy? So here was the brilliant part of the family-sized Cheez-Its. She got the sodium-free kind. So like the whole time you're eating them, you're like, these need salt, and then you don't want to eat them anymore. So that kind of was a loophole for me. Maybe if I just like sodium-free Cheez-It, then I'm cool. Prevents cat from drinking out of your cup when you're sleeping. But now I have a sippy cup.
Now try and keep
Aren't
up,
you paying
Brady.
attention?
Come on.
I have a
Brady.
sippy cup. I have a lid on my cup. The cat can't drink out of it. And if anyone wants to drink out of that random red Solo cup over there, don't, because there's a cat's name written on it.
Duh.
But he was wondering why you keep drinking out of his cup. But he's like, what?
I don't understand why you keep drinking out of my cup. Yeah. That's how it is when I go to bed. My dog's laying on the bed, and I'm like, bro, you got to move. Get off the bed. And he's looking at me like, why? I'm like, because it's my goddamn bed. That's why.
I don't tip dealers. If I tip a poker dealer, it's out of my pocket, not with my chips. And I never tip when ticket writers. Never. My tip for you is you should follow my pick. Like I made the pick through you. There's your tip.
I got a buddy that's religious about that. Tips the ticket guy before he wins the bet. And when he cashes in, I'm like, why are you tipping the guy to take your bet?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even win yet. I'm like, what did he do? Did you walk up to the window and he said, take the Indians today or some shit? No. You told him, like, no.
Yeah.
But
that's how I've always thought about it. So why would you have water sitting at your bed after you go to sleep? So this is actually, okay. First of all, why wouldn't I? Because I might get thirsty in the nighttime and I might want a drink of water, first of all. But how this all started was I just switched bedrooms. I've been sleeping I told you guys this. I've been sleeping on my couch since October. Since the ex moved out, I haven't been able to sleep in what used to be my room. Now I've shifted everything. We're in my bedroom now, guys. We've changed. So when I would sleep on the couch, the coffee table was where my cup was. Brady. Brady's gonna get it from me tonight. I thought we were cool, Brady. Really, I'm thirsty. Here we go.
See, there's the line, and then there's where Brady takes it.
I know. I don't understand. Like, what is so complicated about what I'm saying right now? I don't understand why you're gonna talk shit to me now. It's not gonna be about any other stuff. Like, this is your big moment. Is the red Solo cup? This is where we're gonna talk shit. All right.
I mean, I keep a Gatorade or something, bottled water next to my bed all night long,
Yeah.
I mean, hydrate, whiskey and the water.
Yeah. My point of the story is put a lid on your cup if you have a thirsty cat that drinks out of it. And if you get a stomach ache, it might be because your thirsty cat is drinking out of your water. The end.
Yeah. And by the way, like,
something funny as far as generating goes. My banner is kind of up over here, but so I never had bank accounts, right? I'm not a bank account person. The way I always handled it was that I paint a tree on my wall and I tack cash into that tree. And then so it'll be spring, I'm waiting tables, working, no bills are due spring, money's going up. And then a bill would be due. So here's the tree actually right there. There's no money on it now because now I have a bank account. But yeah, we're in my bedroom now.
I'm almost adulting. I'm almost adulting. I have a bank account now.
I do have a bank account, but yeah, and in my other bedroom, there's a tree painted on that wall, and it was my way of doing it. So rent, it would be spring, and then summer, and then rent's due, and it's fall, and then my car breaks down and it's winter, but then I get a paycheck. And I don't know, it was the way that I always did it. But
so should I be using my after midnight Sunday night drive request radio voice when now we're in your bedroom? Should I be this is dedicated to Jeff from Barbara driving across that country. Keep those wheels on the ground. We'll see you when you get home, brother. I feel like I should get my radio voice on.
I have to stop this because it's saying Allie's son has a bedroom and the mom doesn't. When he was 5, I moved him into the master bedroom. So I've been in his little room and I moved him into the master because he was a 5-year-old with 7 million toys. And even the whole time the ex lived here, 3.5 years, we were always in that smaller room, but that was the ex's office. He worked from home. He, did stuff on the computer, blah, blah, blah. So after he left way back in October, you guys were all here. It was breaking news. You remember, I cannot sleep in that room. And it's not like a sad thing. It's like a energy thing. It's like I'm not comfortable in there. I don't like it. So I've been sleeping on my couch forever. And then maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, I was like, fuck this. I'm taking my house back. So I shifted. This is a humongous bunk bed that took up this whole fucking wall over here. I mean, it has been an undertaking, but I have shifted rooms. I have taken my life back or my house back, and I have a credit score. Who knew?
Who knew? Some hardcore white girl problems right here.
Yep.
That's what
Big
this
time.
is.
Big time.
I agree 100% with you.
I'm just saying, it's not like I live in a 1-bedroom, my kid's on the couch now, and I took the room. That's what that made it feel like to me.
Yeah, you kicked his ass out.
In the garage. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I love the tree idea. I love that painting, though. I mean, like the artsiness of it, whatever, I mean, I don't have that kind of, I don't have that kind of creative time or not time, but patience, I guess. I can't do that shit. Like, I'm the guy.
Not me now. Like, you were all like, oh, that guy's a dick. You're better than that. Like, I'm opening up a little and letting you know that I've been carrying this baggage with me for a while. Okay.
White girl JG Wentworth. Stop.
I don't even know what JG Wentworth is. Yeah, I did declare. Well, I don't need it anymore because now I'm almost adulting and I have a bank account.
Yeah,
there was a $2 bill on it, but yeah,
Brady, you need to kind of keep up.
Remaining $2 bill on it. Look how old this fucking thing is too. But I took it down because I have to hang my banners, so nothing can be up there anyway.